Good morning, students. We'll start another type of bond in this chapter, that is chemical bonding, and the bond is covalent bond. Covalent bond. Now, as we know that this bond is formed between two non-metals, two or more than two non-metals, by the mutual sharing of electrons. Now, the other conditions that are needed for the formation of covalent bond is that both atoms should have 4 or more electrons in their outermost orbit. This is the first condition. Both atoms should have 4 or more electrons in their outermost orbit. Because any atom with less than 4 electrons, that is 3, 2 or 1, will be considered to be a metal and will be capable of losing the electrons. So here it is not the bond that will be formed by transferring of electrons. Instead, it is being formed by sharing of the electrons. So it's necessary to have 4 or more than 4 electrons in their outermost orbit. Second is that both atoms should have high electronegativity, high electron affinity, and high ionization potential. Both atoms should have a high electronegativity, high electron affinity, and high ionization potential. And number 3, the electronegativity difference between the two atoms should be negligible or very little. Should be 0 or negligible. So these are the conditions we have for the formation of covalent bond. Let us now see few examples and also how can we show the formation of covalent bond. So some examples of covalent bond. Let us see. We will find covalent bond in hydrogen molecule, chlorine molecule, HCl, water, oxygen, etc. Now we are taking one more example, C2H2. Now when we take these examples, it is found that all these molecules do not have single bond between the two atoms. There can be single, double or triple bonds. So on the basis of number of bonds, we have 3 types of covalent bond: single covalent bond, double covalent bond and triple covalent bond. Let us see single covalent bond. We have hydrogen molecule H2 So this is the bond, a single bond, Cl2, HCl. Then we can have double covalent bond. Example O2. You can see double bond is there between two oxygen atoms. We can also have an example like C2H4. It is called ethene. So we can have this double bond between two carbon atoms. Then coming to triple covalent bond. And triple covalent bond like N2. You can see there are triple bonds between two nitrogen atoms. Then C2H2, ethyl or acetylene. So there is also triple bond between two carbon atoms. These are the types of bonds on the basis of number of bonds between two atoms. Let us now see on the basis of the nature of compounds. We have two types of covalent compounds, polar and non-polar. Coming to non-polar covalent compound first. So these are the compounds where the shared pair of electrons are equally distributed between the two combining atoms. As a result, the shared pair of electrons will be equally pulled towards the nucleus of the combining atoms, and so this shared pair of electrons will be lying exactly in between the two atoms. So there is no charge separation. That means no charge will be developed in the two combining atoms. Example, Cl2, which looks like this, is the shared pair of electron which will be lying between two chlorine atoms. Then we can have H2. Again, the shared pair of electron will be lying in between. There are other examples also that can be non-polar compounds like CH4, then CCl4, etc. And next type is polar covalent compound. Polar covalent compound are the compounds in which the shared pair of electrons will not lie between the two combining atoms. Instead, it will be more towards the more electronegative element. And as a result, the charge separation will be there. The two atoms will acquire some charges. This is the example like HCl. This is a covalent bond, and the shared pair of electron, since chlorine is more electronegative element, shared pair of electron will be more towards chlorine, and as a result they will be having slight positive and slight negative charge. Similarly, we can take example of ammonia. Here also nitrogen is more electronegative. Shared pair of electron will be attracted towards the nitrogen atom, and so there will be net charge developed on these atoms. Nitrogen will develop slight negative charge and hydrogen will have slight positive charge. And you should also know one thing, that non-polar covalent compound usually dissolve in organic solvents, and polar compounds dissolve in polar solvents like water. So you can also find the difference between the polar and the non-polar compounds. Next day we'll discuss the electron dot structure for the formation of covalent compound. Thank you.